Hello everyone. This video I've been asked about a lot. It's about my sparring with Tony Bellew. I only sparred him once, 2015. We did 6 rounds at Dave Caldwell's gym in Rotherham. I think he was going to box Brewdog. I think he was boxing Valerie Brewdog at the time. I think. I was about 20 stone. So when I got the call to spar him, I thought this will be comfortable. I knew it was good, like, do you know what I mean? He boxed obviously for the world title, I think twice at light heavyweight. Beat over Mackenzie, Danny Mark, Bob Adjisaf, I think, as well. Won the ABAs and that. So I knew it was good, but in my mind I'm thinking he's just come up from light heavyweight. So, and I'd never seen him in the flesh before. I'd never met him ever. So I remember thinking, and at the time when I'm 20 stone plus, I'm thinking I'm huge, I'm some massive heavyweight, when in reality I wasn't. I'm not a small heavyweight, but I certainly wasn't a big one. So I turned up at the gym, and the first thing that surprised me was the size of him. Like, he's about the same size as me. He must be 6'3", and not only that, like, he was big. He was big. He's a big old lump, really. Just not what I expected. So when I turned up straight away, I remember thinking, you know, I've been around lots of light heavyweights. I've been around Danny McIntosh, European light heavyweight champion. I've been around him in the gym. Bob Adjisaf in the gym when I was at the Ingle gym. Been around these light heavyweights, and you know, they are big men. Light heavyweights are big men. They are walking around at probably 14 stone. But Bellew was really big, and I remember my confidence just went to zero when I seen him. I thought, wow. So we did 6 rounds, and one thing Bellew always says about me, you know, like when he's doing the punditry and that for some of my fights, he's always like, well, Dave Allen's not a big puncher. And I think, how the fuck do you know? I don't think I hit him, to be honest. I always think, like, what are you talking about? I don't think I hit him. We did 6 rounds, and I've got to be honest, I think he was the biggest surprise to me out of everybody. The biggest surprise, yeah. Because, like I said before, I knew it was good. The size surprised me, but he was just the basics. He was just like he'd mastered them, really. He'd mastered them, and I think he's really underrated. You know, I hear lots of things like, oh, well, he beat David A at the end, and he won a cruiserweight title, and he didn't box the top cruiserweights and all the rest of it. But being completely honest, he was the most surprising out of all of them for how good he was. The spar itself, like, I got through the 6 rounds, but he's probably 15 stone. I was 20 stone plus, and I was big and slow, but I was always I could get through anything, to be honest. You know, I was doing 12 rounds of Anthony Joshua and Joe Joyce. I was doing 8, 10 rounds of all them. I could get through anything. There's nothing I couldn't get through with big gloves and head guard on, and you know, the other fellas probably not going all out. I could get through anything. So I got through the 6 rounds all right. But with Bellew, he had the best jab I'd ever faced, sparring, fighting, anything. He had the best jab I've ever been in with. It was fast. It was hard. And you know, I can make excuses that I wasn't fit, but the jab, just like, you have to reset. When you get a good stiff jab, just not only does it hurt a little bit, because it's not pleasant, the big stiff jab in your face is not pleasant, but the most important thing, you have to reset every time. So you have a good jab, your head knocks back, you have to start again. And I was doing it, and he was doing it over and over again, maybe like 15, 20 times around, beat me with his jab. And one thing I was always good at, I could always slip a jab. With most heavyweights, I could slip a jab and catch a jab and that, but yeah, his jab was amazing, really. And it was a long time ago, it was only one spar, but it always stuck with me. I think my old man was there, and my old man saying, he's good, really good, him. I said, yeah, he is, isn't he? You know, a decent puncher, but again, he wasn't a heavyweight, never mind a big heavyweight. So decent puncher, you know, defensively good, and overall, I think I don't put him at the very top of the fighters I sparred because he wasn't as big as them. You know, he never caused me the same trouble, even though I only sparred him once. He never caused me the same trouble. Pound for pound, I'd put him right near the very top. You know, obviously Usyk, I think he's come out today and said that Bellew had the best footwork, and you know, Usyk rated him highly, and And yeah, I think massively underrated, really. You know, his best wins were a shot to pieces Hay, and you know, I think Makabu was a very good fight that he won the title from. But I have to say he's underrated now. And on a personal level, because a lot of people will be interested in how I find him on a personal level. I've met him obviously quite a lot of times over the years. The sparring, he was sound, business-like, I would say. I met him again. I had an amateur boxer boxing at a Rotunda show. My kid boxed Steve Clark, actually. Steve Clark beat him. My kid boxed amazing. Steve Clark's good. Bellew was there, sound. And I've always found him to be nice, really. I'm not a fan of his punditry. I'm not a fan of his punditry at all. But that's what it is. I've got friends who work in punditry, and you know, they've told me, like, this is our job. Sometimes we do say things that we may not actually think, or you know, they've got allegiances with people, so they feel they have to, you know, follow a narrative or back the mates, which I respect and I understand. But on a personal note, yeah, I thought it was sound. He was always quite a really nice bloke, actually. So yeah, very, very, very good fighter though. Very, very, very good.